Okay, so I'm on my tropical vacation in Belize. It's work/vacation. I already had my TV interviews and my radio interview and my newspaper interview earlier this week. And my sister Tracy paid for this luscious, lavish, gorgeous apartment in Placencia, Belize. And I just simply have to start the vlog here in this gorgeous kitchen. Let me have Jada pan the camera and so you guys can see. I've got Joshua, Jada, and Joy here with me right now. And Joe is out trying to find some food for us. And you guys just have to see this. Anybody who's thinking of coming to Belize, bypass the city and come straight down to Placencia and enjoy this beautiful scenery, okay? You're watching the Bear Pantry.
The one with the girl with the dress, the white girl? Splash. Splash? Yeah.
I get it on Big Mama, Big Mama.
Oh, yeah.
You started to fly.
Gorgeous, gorgeous Placencia. And this is a villa by the beach. Hi, Jada.
Hi.
Thanks to my sister Tracy, we were able to do this part of the trip. Let me give you a view of this beautiful place. Yes, guys, you guys can come down to Belize. Come stay at a place like this in Placencia, where all the rich and famous goes. So, here's the living room.
Let's see the legal table like that.
We're going to a balcony. See Jada over there on that balcony. Hi, Jada. Master suite. Master bedroom, bathroom. Gorgeous, isn't it? Second bedroom. Another bathroom. And then here's kitchen, huh?
Those bathrooms?
Oh my God, they're gorgeous, aren't they? So that was a tour of the beautiful apartment/villa. Now let's go back and let me show you what we saw when we first entered the city of Placencia.
Look at that one, looks like a mansion over there. That big white one?
Yeah, it's still good.
This is Placencia, Belize. Weren't those homes just gorgeous? Ooh, I wish I owned one of them. After we entered the city, we hooked up with Joe's niece Loretta, who lives nearby and works in those beautiful villas and gorgeous vacation homes. And she gave us a tour of the land. Take a look at what she showed us. Now let's go back to the beautiful Los Porticos Villa and explore its surroundings.
is my lovely wife relaxing, eating.
And I said, can I taste it? You forget it? Did I get soda or no? Did I get soda or no?
Yeah, it's in there.
Joe?
That's my wife relaxing.
Is that kind of place and you forget to relax now?
Yeah. Over here is the sea. So we're at the seafront. Enjoying the cool weather.
So I came here and it was hot. And then we came to Placencia on the beach and it is so awesome. Tropical, beautiful, feels like a true vacation. I can't believe this.
It won't ever be a situation when you have to.
I see the plane and take off. So Manuel, Joe, Jada, and I are down on the beach in Placencia enjoying the waves. Check it out, guys. It's about 5:30. Let's take a look at the villa that we're staying at. Right there on that floor. That balcony in the back is ours. That one too. Gorgeous. Yes, we have to show. This is the life, huh, Joe?
This is the life. That's what be life.
Can't get no better than this.
This is our nephew Manuel. Say hi.
Hello.
Now, on the 7th day of my trip, which is the second day in Placencia, I got up pretty early to take a picture of this beautiful sunrise. So this is a Belize sunrise. This is in Placencia. Look at that shore. Okay, so this is my last day here. Beautiful Placencia. We're on our way back from Placencia now, and we're going to stop and visit many of Joe's family. Famous hummingbird highway that my grandpa John McNabb came to engineer and build. One-man bridge.
Ali Whiting not get that before you. Huh? Ali Whiting not get that before you.
Look at Joe trying to pick fights.
Yeah, fight by the red jump.
Look at Joe trying to pick fights.
Drag crash that faster. Yeah, work it up. You work out in the chicken thing one day. How they got like thick sock with that place like huh? No please stick it over no
Remember I told you guys in part 1 of this vlog series that as amazing and wonderful as the trip to Belize was, there definitely was some low points, right? One of them was the cost of gas. $11.80 a gallon. So after we gassed up in Belmopan, Belize's capital, we had a tire blowout right after we passed the zoo. Take a look. Okay, so we're at mile 29. We just passed the zoo again. We got a blowout, and then the tire busted out something from the gas tank. So Joe found this piece of white thing right there. Wire housing.
Electrical wire.
And so he's getting wire. He's MacGyvering this stuff.
Okay, man, we got some wire.
While Manuel's over here doing the repairs. This has been very adventurous. And the zoo is like right around that bend up the curb.
I found a body down there.
This is day 7 of our epic adventure.
Here comes the boss.
Look at Jada and Joshua not doing nothing.
I found a body. I did something.
Yeah, there's a body down there.
There's a body down there?
ID. Independent. It was an investigation discovery.
Here's Jory looking cute.
I do not know.
Can we have it on tape that you forfeited the lion, the jaguar licking your head at the zoo?
Copyright.
Just a quick note to show you guys the way, you know, God works, right? We had that tire blowout and we needed tying wire to fix some kind of hose that the tire damaged that was leading to the gas tank. And we didn't have any wire. But when we looked on the ground, we found that little piece of plastic housing that had the wire inside. And basically Joe and Manuel, I call it MacGyvered. They pretty much MacGyvered and fixed the truck. And then we're on our way again. I was so happy to visit with my uncles, my mom's brothers. And Joe visited a lot of extended family. Take a look at the pictures that will follow. I wanted to say a special thank you to this little young lady, Tanya. She is so beautiful and giving, and she was the one that was instrumental in getting me on those 2 television programs. Tanya, thank you so much for making my trip so worthwhile. Alright, so when we got to Belize, there were so many exciting things that happened. The zoo was awesome, the Maya ruin was awesome, the TV interviews, I was treated well. You know, so I could list all these wonderful, gorgeous things that happened. But of course, I keep hinting towards you guys that there were some negative things too. So one of the negative things was that it was hot, and humid. Joshua could cope with the heat very well, and so did I. But Joe, Jory, and Jada, ooh, they fell apart on me, especially Jory. Anyways, on the very last night before we came back, there was another thunderstorm again, and that time we lost power. And it only lasted for an hour, but we didn't know how long it was going to last, and it happened like around midnight. And I just remember Jada started crying and saying, I want to go home. Can we go to the airport now? And we weren't leaving till like 4:45 the next day. But you know, I totally understood where she was coming from, because it was definitely a culture shock for them. The one negative thing for me that happened was on the very last day, the mosquitoes finally woke up. You know, I hear that they wake up 14 days after the first rain, and I guess we got there 1 week after the first rain. So we were hoping to get out of town before they hatched, but they woke up and they tore into me like new fresh meat, me and Jada. But anyways, you know, those things you can always put aside later on and just think about the positive things. Now, as much as these highs and lows were going on, I wanted to show you guys a picture of Joe's Aunt Olive. This is Joe's mom's youngest sister, and I don't believe I've ever met her before, but when we stopped by her house for a surprise visit, oh my goodness, this lady, that's why I saved this honorable mention for the last for her. This lady made us feel so welcomed. And she screamed and she hollered and she wept. And thinking of it, I just want to cry again. She had me in tears because I've never met her. The kids have never met her. Joe hasn't seen her in many, many years. And she was so happy to see us. She wasn't one of the people that said, oh my goodness, you visited and the visit is too short, and complain about the visit when you have a limited time. She was happy with every single moment that we could spend with her. And I'm sure it will be depicted in the pictures that you see that follow right now. When we first arrived in Belize, we went to eat at the restaurant called Celebrity. The food was pretty good, but the prices were really high. For the 6 of us, we paid like $125 Belize money. And, you know, if you divide it by 2 to make it American money, it's still kind of steep for us because we don't eat out a whole lot. So we decided we can't go back there again. So at the end, my Uncle Roger says, let's go to Bird's Isle. And this was beautiful. The prices were way cheaper because it's al fresco, so they didn't have air conditioning, so the prices were cheaper. And for the 6 of us, we paid only $89 Belize money to eat there. The food was plentiful. It was delicious. I would recommend anybody who goes to Belize to go to Bird's Isle and eat. You know, keep in mind that you have to eat around noon because Belize still does the tea thing. And dinner is at noon, and later on in the evening, you're not going to find much to eat. And Bird's Isle sometimes is closed. I don't know what days, but sometimes it's closed in the evening time. After eating the food and just raving and going on and on about how awesome the food was, I found out that my mom's cousin Pam was actually the cook. I was like, oh, no wonder the food is good. It's family that's cooking it. So I had to go there and compliment her and just really thank her for a wonderful send-off. So this is a short little video clip that the kids did with my phone just to show you the surrounding of Bird's Isle. I had to mute the sound because they were playing music and, you know, copyright infringement and all that stuff. But just take a look at what Bird's Isle looks like and be sure to stop there when you go. So after eating at Bird's Isle, it was time to get ready to go to the airport. So because I'm going to put a different end into this vlog, I'm going to insert this little segment right here, okay? I want you guys to know that if you can at all plan a trip to Belize, you know, you should do it because Belize has so many beautiful parts. We didn't explore anything with scuba diving or cave tubing or zip lining or anything like that because my kids weren't really into that. But that stuff exists there too, okay? I've only showed you what we explored and we're happy with what we were able to accomplish. We don't have any regrets at all. There's a few things that you need to know. You should get like a package deal where you can stay at a hotel and the hotel should have like a little stove or something so you could cook 1 or 2 meals because it gets very costly when you start buying 3 meals on the street, all right? And definitely in the evening time you can't get anything solid to eat because Belize people eat dinner at noon and not in the evening time. So you're going to get more snacky things like tacos and stuff like that in the evening time, which is not very filling sometimes. And take mosquito repellent. We did not need it till the very last day because the mosquito season was in when we first got there, but definitely take just in case. Take a lot of money with you. No matter how much money you're taking, take more. You know, if you think I have enough, oh, take more. Because even though the money is 2 for 1, $2 American dollar to, $1 American dollar to 2 Belize dollars, you know, it eats up pretty fast because the things are double the price. Like for instance, 1 hamburger without the fries and soda is $10 to $13 Belizean. And, you know, when you start translating that into American money, that's like $6 or $7 American money. You know, Joe and I are not used to paying that, you know, to eat 3 times a day when we're living here. We eat out once in a blue moon. So you really and truly need to take a lot of money with you. And of course, the gas is $11.80 a gallon. And if you're not renting and driving a car, you still have to give the people gas money because it shouldn't be their expense, you know, when you get there for them to take you around town at that cost, right? So take a lot of money with you. Be prepared to have a good time. And I want to say thank you to my kids because as much as they complained, George behind the camera saying, what, me? As much as they complained on certain parts when they had to help me with the camera, they really came through for me. I couldn't do all these footage without them. I really, you know, truly could not get all the things that I got. See Jory right here? Thank you, Jory. And Joe allowed me to stay home for part of the morning today so I can do this narration type thing to put in between to put up the next vlog by Thursday. And I want you guys to know I'm getting back in the kitchen on Sunday, and next week, Tuesday, we're going to have some little quick thing so we can start back our cooking program, all right? Okay, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog that I've created for you with my trip, about my trip to Belize. Here's Joe with me. Joe, thank you for making this trip possible.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
And the kids say that this part right here was the best part of the trip. Until I see you guys again, take care.